everybody.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast, episode 50. And we're not celebrating by being outside, but we are outside today. It's nice and sunny. We finally got summer in the UK, and we thought we'd sit outside today.
Yeah. So
we're trying. So it's obviously a new setup. We're a bit further away from the camera just because of the way the seats work, but
hopefully the light will be okay.
Yeah. So it's June the 29th.
Yeah. Almost the end of June.
Yeah. So we've jumped right into admin.
I don't want to see who we are.
Okay. Yes, of course. I just assume everybody who's watching knows who we are. I'm Jo.
And I'm Rachel.
And we're twin sisters who design as Twinset and Purl, and we knit all the time. Almost, I would say, at least 50% of our time is spent knitting.
If not more.
If not more than that. Well, I work full time too, so
I sleep full time.
So we're based in the south of England. I'm southwest, and you're kind of south central.
Yeah.
We're in Rachel's garden today. Although yours is more like a yard than mine because you haven't got any plants.
We've got nothing.
Rachel's allergic to grass. She has a really bad hay fever reaction to grass.
We got rid of everything.
Yeah.
Just before I was literally just before I was diagnosed, and we never really got round to doing plants.
They've got a beautiful sandstony coloured brick house, and I think they should grow a wisteria up it, but I don't know where you plant the wisteria.
You probably put it in a pot down there.
But anyway, they just had their fence redone, and it's beautiful, and they bought some new furniture. So we
need something to go along the fence, don't we?
Really like a climbing rose or something. They're beautiful.
We don't know what we're doing.
I've got jasmine, and it's gorgeous. Smells gorgeous as well.
We have no idea what we're doing.
I just planted it in the ground. I didn't really, and it's got some wires to grow up. I didn't really do anything to it. But anyway, so in other news, yesterday was our dad's birthday. He was 87. He had a great time. Went out for lunch and dinner with his
Father's Day present still hasn't arrived. Very upset. I'm upset about it because I knitted essentially 2 sleeves. Socks, but didn't arrive. But I've got his birthday socks. I've started his birthday socks, but I didn't obviously finish them, so I will show them.
Yeah. And we're coming almost to the end of our June fundraising month. We've been blown away.
We've smashed our record for last year, which we already thought was a lot of money. Last year we raised £1,000, and this year we've raised over £2,500 in a month. So we're really pleased, and we're just so grateful to everybody
who's bought a pattern or donated via the
Ko-fi account. We've also raised over £1,200 for the lamb with the Ruth shawl. Typically, I've gone croaky as soon as I start speaking.
So the Ruth shawl was launched beginning of June, wasn't it? And all the money from that pattern sales are going to the lamb in Bangladesh through this Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit podcast's favourite charity, and we've got something to show later that's going to boost that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we haven't got any other admin apart from to say massive thank you to everybody who's joined.
No, and also just to say thank you to all the prize winners from the last episode. They've all got in touch now. One more thing to post off, and we are good.
Yeah. So the lady who got my socks, they fit perfectly, and she absolutely loves them. They've really cheered her up too. So we just wanted, was it Judith?
Yeah.
I want to say we're really glad, Judith, and I'd like to cheer somebody up with some knitting, so that's great. We don't have any other winners this month.
No.
We'll do that for the next podcast.
But we do have a
giveaway.
Giveaway
this month. So we'll probably do that when we get towards acquisitions, because one of it is an acquisition. And then, so what do you want to start with?
FO, have you got any?
Oh, we've still got a cowl running.
Oh yeah, do that. How can you already have lipstick on your teeth already?
I don't think I got it off.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's bright red as well, which doesn't really help. It's my favourite shade of bright red. So we have a cowl running at the moment. It's the Knit the Family cowl. We have several patterns named after our family members, and
I'm knitting.
it's running till the end of September. There'll be a new thing added. Morris Cowl is coming out about the 19th of July, so that will become part of the cowl. So Rachel's knitting
Morris
and
Simon Cowl.
I'm knitting a Simon Shawl. I'm also knitting a Maggie.
No, none of it with you.
No, because I haven't knit on. No, I haven't knit on it.
Right, okay.
The only thing I've been knitting on 2 things, 3 things.
Okay.
I've got no FOs.
I've got some FOs.
Okay, so
and we didn't bring the blockers out, but
fine. Back to normal programming. Rachel will show you her FOs.
We have.
Or I will show them to you.
We have
while
shown
Rachel
them
talks
before.
about them. So these are the Collins.
I finished the Collins in Rowan yarn, sock yarn, which I'm never going to knit with again.
That's the colour.
It is beautiful. They do look lovely.
Yeah,
don't
they look lovely now they're done, but you didn't like knitting with it at all,
no,
did
horrible.
you? And what was horrible about it? We'll
It's
go
really
into a bit more detail.
It's not spun yarn, so it's like a singles. So you can't quite, in your head, you can't quite believe it's going to work as a sock yarn because it's.
That feels weird because that's the left one on my right hand.
But because it's not spun, it's lots of different. It's not even plies.
It's a bit like the yak yarn that I'm knitting with,
so
but mine knew it was singles when I knitted with it. So.
When you're knitting it such a tight gauge, you miss a little strand, and then you come back round and you've got a loop.
So the Collins socks are a beautiful design. I'm knitting them. I haven't done any more on it since the last podcast, so I won't be showing them. I love the design. I'm not really enjoying knitting it. So
once you memorize it.
But they're very effective because the twisted stitches run down.
But
it's not really twisted stitches. It's like it's make ones and knit 2 togethers.
Yeah,
but it runs down one side of the foot, and then on the back. On the side of on the on the side of your leg, you get this beautiful twist.
So my second pair of finished socks are my Mondim ones, and I love this yarn. So I might re-knit Colin. I've got a skein of like a mid
solid.
Blue.
Yeah, they do solids as well.
So I've got a mid blue. So that
one, I love this yarn as well.
That was one that Ruth gave me as a present when I wasn't very well in February, and they're beautiful. And I shall remember them. Thank you, Ruth, for the skein of yarn.
Yeah, and I've knit the same.
Yeah, so we can be twinnies one day.
And it's beautiful. I love them.
So that reminds me of ice cream.
Yeah, it looks like mint choc chip with a bit of strawberry.
And I have a surprise FO.
Really? Ooh! Simon Cowl. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Shall I pop him on and try not to get any red lipstick on him?
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous.
So this pattern was added to the Simon Shawl pattern.
Yes, if you buy it now, you get 2.
Yeah.
Both of the patterns. If you bought Simon already, you'll get 2. You should have had an update.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
Love it.
I've already got plans for a second one. So
I always fold it in.
I put it on and then fold it because I like to see particularly how much I want to fold in. You know, like that's a bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So
do
our
like
friend,
it? Do you like the colours?
I do, yeah. Our
do you
friend,
like him? You don't have one, do you?
I do. I knit myself.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Our friend Becky.
There I was being nice.
No. It's beautiful.
No, I do. They're my colours.
Yeah, they're your colours. Our friend Becky, from Beck's Creates podcast, has finished her Simon Cowl, and we've got a WhatsApp group with her and her sister Claire. We're the Knitsters because we're all knitting sisters, and she put a picture up And I said, she said, I love him. And I said, do you love him more than the shawl? Oh no. She loves the shawl. But the cowl is beautiful, and it's a nice little gift knit because it's fairly quick and you only need 2 50-gram balls.
I don't know what I did.
yarn.
I really dawdled at the beginning, and then when I made a decision to finish it, I
Yeah.
just did it. And
So we didn't really
loved it.
show the pattern. So it's a garter stitch,
slip
stitch pattern, and it gives you this like houndstooth pattern, and then you do a few increases to get a slight scoop, and then you do a bit of rib at the back to get it to the length that you want it.
Mine was already too big.
You wish you'd gone down needle size, don't
Well,
you?
I went up a needle size. Knitted it on 3.75s.
Oh right.
No, I love it now.
Why was that?
And I was.
Why did you go up a needle size?
I don't know.
And what was your yarn? Flora?
It's not Flora. It's Kremeke
Oh, yes.
Edelweiss that you bought me.
Have you got like a half of all left over?
I've got enough to knit a pair of socks. I've got 60
wow,
yards.
cool.
And the fluff is Suri.
Like an undyed, isn't
No,
it?
it's BotanicalYarn.
Oh, the
Sparkling
one
Fountain.
Yeah, like a pale green.
Yeah, Sparkling Fountain colourway.
It's not got any speckles or anything, has it?
No speckles.
No.
It's just a pale green.
Yeah.
My Sparkling Fountain jumper.
Yeah, but it looks almost like natural. It looks like against the blue.
Yeah.
Against the blue of the Kremeke, it doesn't look like there's very much colour in it, but it is beautiful.
And
and it weighs like literally.
Yeah. So my
nothing.
next one is going to be knitted in some very special yarn that I found when I was looking in a project bag to use the project bag for something.
But it is the kind of thing that you could have just on the needles, isn't it?
And it's some cream. So a long time ago, in 2018, Mark and I went to Seattle and Vancouver for a 2.5-week holiday, and we went to Bainbridge Island when Church Mouse Yarns was still a shop, in bricks and mortar shop, and I got these 2 skeins of cream Woolfolk something. I can't remember which one it is, because they were the only 2 they had that were the same dye lot and the same colour. So I don't know, and I kept thinking, what am I going to knit? And they've been in a bag to be something so many times. And then I bought a beautiful skein of variegated Suri in like navy and beige and white from Truly Hooked, and that's going to be fun cowl.
Perfect.
Probably have another skein left over of I've got 2 50-gram skeins of the Woolfolk, so I'm probably going to have one of those left. So I was thinking I could knit some mittens. Maybe knit 2.
You could put the Simon pattern on it.
Try, couldn't I? Anyway,
Cool.
that's my FOs.
Perfect. So I haven't brought all of my whips because I haven't worked on a load of them, but I am going to start doing Rachel's 30 minutes of knitting on a few things, because I want to get the Colin socks done and the Simon Shawl, which is a cotton cashmere yarn that I need to get done for the summer. It's like,
Yeah.
So I thought if I did 30 minutes on those a day, and then was able to do the other things that I need to do. So I've got 4 whips. 4 whips, and then a crochet corner. I've got 2 whips and then something else that I need to talk about, which I can't show.
Okay.
So should I talk about that first?
Yeah, because I've got 3 vanilla socks. I just want to quickly talk about the yarn, so not
Right.
won't be too
Okay.
long.
So when I came here last time to podcast, I had a message from Sophie from BotanicalYarn. She's going to the Flock Fibre Festival in Seattle in August, and she said she's dyed a mini skein set. Could I design a shawl to go with minis that she could have as a kit for Flock Fibre Festival?
Beginning of August.
And I was like, when are you going? She's flying on the 1st of August, So I was like, and I've had an idea mulling around in my head. So we could do that. It could be a one skein shawl with your minis, and I think it would be lovely.
Are you showing it?
No, I'm not showing it. I haven't got it here. So
it's a secret.
It's a secret, but that's why I haven't got as much knitting to show, because I've been knitting on that. I had to get to halfway to be able to write the pattern.
Yeah.
So the pattern went to there's 2 sample knitters who were kind of testing it as well. It's gone to them, went to them the middle of last week, and there were a few more errors, typos in the pattern because it was done so quickly, but we're getting there. And I think it's going to be a really lovely little shawl. It's the same size as the Power 3, the one skeiners.
So it'll be will it be exclusive? But Sophie often has online when she's away the kits, and so you'll be able to buy it here.
Yeah. So that's what I've been spending most of my last 2 weeks doing, and then I've also been knitting on my Ruthie, which I am I'm almost finished section 5. So I've got this much left to knit on the other edge.
Right, so you should finish that today.
Oh wow, look at the colour in the sun. So
Can I hold it a bit closer?
this is going to be the Ruthie shawl. So it's the same pattern, I showed it last time, same pattern that is on the Ruth, but on a crescent, and it's going to be a one skein shawl. And I would have knit this so much faster if this yarn wasn't so damn beautiful, and I didn't have to keep gazing at it, sniffing it, because it smells amazing. Rachel thinks I'm mad because I sniff yarn, but it's the 100% yak singles, undyed from Chester wool, and I am definitely buying some of this.
Is this
dye
double?
Nope.
Wow.
And the mohair is in the oh, the name's gone from my head. Monada colourway from BotanicalYarn, and it is absolutely blowing out in this light. Glowing. But everywhere I've taken this to knit, somebody's like, "Oh, that's amazing! I love the colours." And the male hairdresser, the hairdressers yesterday was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" So I can't wait to finish it and wear it. Cool. Oh, we didn't talk about what I was wearing. This is a love note that Rachel knit, that we've both put on weight and now it fits me. So I'm claiming it. And the yarn's beautiful. What's the yarn?
The yarn is King Cowl cotton silk.
Yeah, it's a beautiful yarn for a summer top.
Yeah, and you can wash it in the washing machine.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so this is the call for testers is going to come out on Monday, and it's going to be a quick test. So for the Morris cowl, I put 6 weeks on the test, and I think for this I'm going to need it to be a 3-week test. It's only one skein and some lace and some mohair. So if people think they can do it quickly, because then it can come out to be part of the Ruth Loves to Knit Ruth Cowl that starts on Monday. So it would come out towards the end of July, beginning of August, and then you'd have a month left of the cowl to knit it. So yeah, so that will be coming out. The test call will come out on Instagram on Monday. If you don't do Instagram and you've watched this and you'd like to take part, message us on email.
Yeah, email me.
Send by email in the notes below, and let Rachel pick that up, and then we'll know that you want to take part. If you put it in the comments, sometimes we miss them, so it'd be really handy if you could email us. And also then we've got your email. Yeah. And yeah, as I say, it's going to be a fairly quick test. It'll start on the Thursday next week and run for 3 weeks. To be honest, you only really need to knit half and start the 5th section, so we know the decreases are working. But also, because it's in one skein, it's handy to know that you can get it out of one skein.
Yeah.
So So yeah, so that's the Ruthie, and I literally cannot wait to be able to wear that. I think it's darling.
I've in my acquisitions, I've bought some yarn to knit one,
and it's being held in my in my Dolly hot dogs bag with the hair.
Lovely.
So yeah. And I'd make a point from last time. I'd said it goes to 5 repeats, and it won't. I had to rip a whole section back because it was going to use too much yarn.
Right.
So so it's 4 repeats of the pattern across.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but it's long enough.
It's definitely long enough.
And it's a pop of colour, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. That's my main whip, and then I've got a new design.
Cool. So I can just quickly talk about. So
you have to be quick.
I had this much left over from and another little ball, which I think was there was a knot
do you reckon
in it or
that's
something.
30 grams.
I haven't weighed it, but what I'm doing is, very briefly, people might be interested to know. I am knitting just a tube. I've done rib at the top, 2 by 2 rib, and I'm just I've split a skein of Crochet 50 gram skein into 2 25-gram balls. It's like 25.9 actually, and I'm just knitting it straight, and then I'm going to do the toe, and then I'm going to cut in an afterthought heel and do
good idea.
afterthought heels in it. And if you just
so it'll be as long as it can possibly
can,
be for half of the ball.
They can see.
How long do you think?
Oh, with 50 grams you can get a pair with different heels and toes. So it'll be a normal pair of socks. And I'm using.
That's a lovely colour. What's that colour called?
I can't remember. I bought it. I was having an idea about doing a brioche. It didn't work out.
It's not Moonstone or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
They must have named after
we'll
jewels,
look it up for
aren't they? Yeah,
for the
in the show notes. And there's a little bunny from Unwind Knit Unwrapped Yarn.
Yeah.
Unwrapped Yarn. That's are they still available?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's one pair, and they just are in my handbag basically.
Right.
Because they're living in the smallest. They're living in a little grey girl notions page.
Because you can do, like, you've got half a ball.
Yeah.
You can fit it in a little bag. That's lovely.
It's really cute, isn't it? And then the second.
Jen does the best little bags.
She does. They're like TARDISes. Well, this bag, Jo bought me back from. Do you remember? Bought me back from Isle of Man.
No, it's not that long ago.
Not you. I'm talking to them. I love it.
This is the perfect green.
It is. And I think did I mention last time that no, I've mentioned to a few people that this yarn was the perfect match for the bag, so it had to be done.
And this yarn is by
Moonlight Fibres, and I'm on the gusset. But to me, when I'm knitting it reminds me of a Monet. It's Moonlight Fibre Winged Sea colourway in their Everyday Sock, which is 75.25, and that's their logo. And it's my first time knitting with their yarn.
So you got this at Unravel, didn't you? Was it Unravel or was it Yorkshire Yarn Fest?
I think it was Unravel in that top room.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sock, the last one I went to.
Yeah.
Which was in last autumn. Yeah, so they are, because I've finished couple of pairs, I cast on a few pairs, and I'm just working on them as you go. And then this is Dad's. This is an acquisition as well. It's a new Hide and Hammer bag that I bought, and it's perfect for
Dad's giant sock.
Yeah, but also you can when you're sitting knitting, you can fold it down like a project, so it's like a bucket. And when you're knitting with these long, thin yarn smith skeins,
they just come out the top.
They just sit like that.
You knit from the middle then?
And like no, and it just pulls on from the outside. So I am doing, I'm on the heel. I've done his orange cuff that he wanted. And his, now on the heel flat.
His arm length worth of leg. Half an arm.
And then,
Oh,
yeah, I'm doing,
oh, then the needles match. That's pretty.
yeah, the bag. It all goes together. So it,
I
this
find
is
that very pleasing.
This is the colour Sage, the hide and hammer bag, by the way. And
does it come with this strap?
Yeah, it comes with that strap, and it also came. Shall I show that bit now?
Yeah.
It also came with a linen. It was a set, and it came with one of their tie top
That's
linen
pretty.
bags that you can also. It's got a popper on it, so you can.
Right, nice.
Or clip it to something.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Or,
that linen.
Yeah.
That's like a dress in that.
So that was one of my accessories, and yeah, I love it. And it's got that little bunny stitch marker that Joe bought me. Being a glass, because.
Right.
Yes.
And you like the yarn?
The yarn is beautiful. It is Yarn Smith. It's my first time knitting with it, and it's merino, and it is gorgeous. And the colours, that orange is just chef's kiss. Yeah, so they will be, they're on my 30 minutes of knitting, so I do 30 minutes on them every day. And yeah, gradually we'll get done. I was thinking about casting on another pair for him, so that I could potentially do them slower, but send two. But then if two went missing, I'd be mortified.
Well, I might go and see him again.
That's right, then to aim for that.
Yeah, I could say
brilliant. And then I've just got my little CO. All of those are living in my QBO bag, which is my favourite bag at the moment. I bought another one, as you will see. And then I've got something to show you that might surprise you.
Oh, right. Shall I go next?
Yeah.
So I bought this, when did I buy this yarn? Did I buy it when you weren't with me?
No, I was with you.
Was it that Unravel? No, it wasn't. Was it February Unravel? It was February Unravel.
Was it?
Sure it was.
Didn't you buy two skeins from her?
I have.
Was it a red one?
Red one, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So I wanted something that was slightly out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And I chose this yarn, which I think is, I love the colour, but I don't knit with this very much. It's from Urban Purl, and it's called Dido Intense.
But can I just hold that a minute? Is it got silk in it?
Yeah, Dido Intense,
Oh,
and it's merino, superwash merino and silk. A luxury high twist sock.
Yeah.
And it's 365 metres to 100 grams. That's her logo. Urban hand dyed yarn from the Urban Purl. And I have wanted a shawl in this, and I've tried lots of different things, and I finally have settled on the pattern I'm going to use. And it's quite a simple pattern.
Texture.
It's a textured pattern. Little clusters of, it's like a little star stitch cluster that's staggered, so you get like
Put your hand behind it.
a cross hatch kind of view. So when it's blocked,
it looks a little bit like that pattern where you do left and right twists which is gets really old pretty quick.
Yeah.
Somebody designed a sock in that.
So when I got home from podcasting last time, I counted up how many. I had 8 shawls on my needles, and I'd knit enough of Sophie.
Better cast on another one then.
Well, I'd knit enough of the one for Sophie to know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to knit that all the time, and I think it was the Sunday night. I was like, I don't want to knit any of them.
Yeah.
And I wanted to knit this, so I cast it on.
Brilliant. Oh, is that the back?
That's the back, and the back is beautiful as well.
Yeah.
You can see the back.
Yeah, it's not the best quality that we've got here.
No. So yeah, so I'm just knitting that. When I go places where I can't carry much yarn, I just take that one out, and I've got a smaller bag to scrunch down into a handbag. But it's going to be the same crescent shape as I've always been doing, which people seem to really like. And yeah, it's going to be a 2 skein. I mean, you could literally knit a 1 skein if you really wanted to, but it's going to be a nice big squishy.
Maybe you should put both options.
And it's going to be, well, all that 1 skein would be start from there, cut that bit off.
Yeah.
So maybe do the middle a bit longer. But yeah, so I'm really loving that, and I just, you know, when you want a bit of unadulterated knitting that is just for yourself, that's what I do. And it's in this bag,
and then it becomes
it's in a bag that I bought from the knitting shed, and one of their neighbours prints the fabric and then makes the bags. I don't think it's got a label in it, so I don't know, but it was on the podcast after Unravel in February.
And also, it's quite a similar pattern to the one that that's got a box bottom, to the one that I gave you from Shannon's friend with your minis in.
Oh yes,
the curves.
Yeah, love that.
Well, this is my other hidden hammer bag. I think it's the 08, smaller one.
I don't use mine, I'm selling it to somebody. This is Brando by Bird Street,
and
it's on their yak
base. And they've seen this many times, but I'm on my second skein. I'm just on the middle section, so I moved my marker, unfortunately. So I've done that much of the middle section, which is 2 repeats, and I think I was about maybe here, so I've done quite a bit since the last.
Yeah, because the middle bit is quite a lot. It's the most stitches you get.
Yeah, I don't think I joined the yarn, and I rejoined the yarn here, so I've done at least that, like a good couple of inches, 4 inches. But yeah, so I'm loving it. It's what I want to knit on all the time.
The colour is absolutely glorious.
It's going to be big. So yeah, so that is going to be, now I've finished Simon Cowls, although I'm taking part in Ruth's Cowl because rips are allowed. So my
Ruth's shawl is going to come back out.
I don't know. I obviously can't win a prize, so I won't.
Do you want the Ruthie pattern on Thursday? Just knit that?
Yeah, I could do, but I do think I do want to knit my Ruth that I've started. So,
And I saw Maggie's Ruth at Flock on Saturday.
She needed a sample for Bird Street,
and it's beautiful.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The coral,
that's with the Suri rather than mohair.
and the coral looks neon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So, and I've done something quite strange. So I started
something quite strange.
No, well, I started something with this yarn. This yarn is BotanicalYarn, and I had 2 skeins from my KAL that I never did.
Oh, the Stephen West.
Yeah. So I cast on a Colin shawl.
Oh.
But I wasn't sure about the gauge, so I cast on again with a smaller needle. And I wondered which one you
I
thought.
like that one.
Yeah. So I didn't want to unrip that one until I'd done this and decided if I liked it better, which I do. So basically it's got the Colin
rib
and the Colin scallopy.
Oh wow. You're going to write that up then?
I don't know. I haven't written what I've done so far.
It was easy to write that up. Are you using the same numbers?
The only thing that I wish is on that one, I got the garter before the eye cord.
Oh, right.
So I might start again.
Mm.
And then I could write it up. What do people think?
I say definitely.
But I don't really want to call it Colin. Bit of a shame because...
Could you call it Bridgerton? The Bridgerton
Shawl.
Shawl.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see one of those.
Mr. Bridgerton.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? And that's living in my MKAL bag.
The yarn's beautiful.
So that's all my whips. Because I had hardly any whips. Well, I didn't have them. But I finished 3 FOs and then had a mad cast-on party. So, have you got anything else to talk about?
Just acquisitions.
All right, so I can talk about Crochet Corner.
Yes.
So, let's quickly talk about update you on my Indigo Shrug progress. So this is now living in my Paradise Island trug. I think it has.
Perfect.
And it doesn't look like I've done that much, but I have had to pull out 2 whole rows.
And it takes you a good time to do a row, doesn't it? Now,
It's
so
about 30 minutes a row.
why did you have to pull 2 out? Were you like slightly out?
The things line up, and mine weren't lining up on one side.
Oh, that's annoying.
So that is the front. That's the right way round, and that's the top.
Oh, right, I see. Right.
So it's lovely. Look.
Mm.
So I have redone. So that's the first repeat after the square, and I basically had to redo apart from the first row. So
you have done quite a bit.
and now I've done the second. I've got to do this treble every stitch on row, and then I finished the repeat 2.
All right, and you've got 5 repeats.
Yeah. So I'm going to try by the next podcast, I'm going to try and be on the sleeves.
Right.
So try and finish the repeats, and I'm doing it in this charcoal grey combed cotton, I think it's called. No, soft cotton cone from Woolly Knit. It's in charcoal grey.
Lovely.
And yeah, I think it's going to be lovely. Just hold it up against
And it's
just have one against in the window.
yeah, it's a lovely colour for a transitional.
Yeah,
piece.
because it looks like navy blue, like inky blue.
And you'll be able to wear it with white underneath.
And all black.
All black. Yeah, it's going to be lovely.
So yeah, that's the Indigo Shrug it's a Shepier's pattern, and I think it's £1, the pattern.
Right, let me fold it up for you.
So that's that one. Right there. And this little trug is working brilliantly with my cone.
Yeah, perfect for a cone.
Yeah. And then, if you remember in the last episode, I'd finished my design that I was doing for...
Is your test knit start? So
No,
test crochet started?
no, because I haven't written the pattern yet. I was doing the second one, and I want to finish it.
Oh, you want to see how much yarn?
Yeah, write the pattern. So this I passed on and did the ribbing, and then I was crocheting by the time we got to flock last weekend. And I've got that much yarn left. So I think I'm not quite at 30.
And this yarn is
Rollover Pavlova.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Rollover Pavlova.
It looks exactly like Pavlova.
And I've been chatting with Claire about a name for it, and she thought the green one looked like pistachio ice cream.
I think you should just call it gelato.
Gelato cowl.
Yeah, because this one looks like ice cream too, and then you could have both in the picture.
Yeah. Well, you're wearing it though. On the picture, I've got the picture of you wearing it.
Yeah, but you put a picture of
both together.
together.
So it's not as the other one was their alpaca, cashmere, and I think
silk.
Yeah, my gauge is tight a lot. This is a lot tighter. That's so this one I've done an extra 20 stitches.
But you are going to block.
Yeah.
So
done extra 20 stitches.
Yeah. But when you block it, I think it'll be fine.
Then
and
it
this will
definitely-
go. This will stretch a bit when it blocks. It's super wash.
Yeah, it definitely. I've tried. You can try it on, you see, because it's not got a hoop needle. It's a, and it does sit.
I don't like this shape of cowl.
No, we know that.
But yeah,
it's no different really than the Simon. Sits like that.
and Simon's got a little bit more
Anyway,
of a scoop.
I love it. It's a very simple pattern, but I've got, people have written to me, so I've got some testers lined up. So we will, and it fits in this little tiny bag.
You're taking your drawing inspiration from me, aren't you?
And this is from the Somewhere company.
That's lovely. Very summery.
Yeah. So that is the second thing.
3 things in crochet corner.
Yeah. And then I finally started my blanket. So this is living in my purple hamper bucket from Hoagie. And you've got the picture of the
Which Rachel keeps buying Hoagie bags without telling me she's doing it. Right, so this is the Little Squares blanket, and it's, if you can you see the picture?
The sun's moved.
Who's it by?
She's Little Woolies on
Julie Harrison.
and she's in Australia, I think.
Julie Harrison's Ravelry store.
And I'm doing it.
It'll be in the show notes.
I'm doing it using Drops Soft Tweed. I've got 9 different colours, 10 when we find the orange ball. So far I've done, my marzipan is my main colour, although it's the contrast colour they call it on the pattern. Oh, where's the purple one gone?
Oh well, we can see the purple there.
Yeah. And the blue's gone as well. My bag. Oh well. It's been on the floor somewhere. Maybe it's the bottom, so I just put it in afterwards.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway. Now I'm using a 4.5mm hook, as the pattern says.
So do you do
And
strips?
it's linen stitch. Yeah, you do strips, but you sew them together when you've got a few.
Right.
She recommends so that you can see where how your colour palette is and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, as in for moving them. If I'm just going to like move it up one and do purple, the next one with purple there.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Or random would be nice too.
Yeah, but random doesn't
Could go
always work
wrong,
out as
yeah.
random. So yeah. But yeah, no, I love it, and I did that in that took me about an hour.
That must be so much of a relief after that rows of that.
I think I did it. I think I did that during Homes Under the Hammer. So 45 minutes actually.
If you're retired in the UK, you'll appreciate that.
So yeah, so that's a nice thing to do. So I will show you when I've done made a bit more progress than just
maybe when you've got 2 strips joined together.
Yeah, because it is going to be a long term project. And
so now we're on to acquisitions.
going to do the giveaway.
Oh, we'll do the giveaway first. That's what I meant with that. That was going to be the beginning of the acquisitions.
Yeah.
So I came over yesterday and we had a little trip into Abingdon. I'd made a comment earlier in the week that we hadn't been to Mason's for a while, which is the yarn store in Abingdon, and they've been around for 100 years, haven't they?
Alpaca yarn.
Yes.
Yes.
And then after we went to the yarn store, which there are yarn purchases, we'll be showing those in a minute, we went to Willow's Shake Shop, which is a
Friend of mine.
craft and coffee and craft. They've got a space where you can do workshops, and then they sell crafts from local people.
So there's like bead work and iron, like he did. One of the owners makes those trees out of wire and beer. Beads and wire.
But there's all sorts of things in there. There's woodcraft. There's all sorts of little bits, and lovely for gifts for people or for things for your home, I would say. Anyway, there's a lady there called Jill who makes bags, and we bought one each, and we also bought this one as a giveaway. So we thought this was really appropriate for Pride Month.
It's also coming to the end.
It's coming to the end, yeah, but it's this lovely, beautiful rainbow butterflies, and inside is a beautiful purple colour. And it's big enough for... Yeah, definitely big enough for socks, or a one skein cowl, or whatever. So there's that one, and then we've picked this beautiful skein of yarn from Jo Knit Sew, which is it's called Siren Song, and it's in their merino nylon titanium sock. So you can make socks or a one skein shawl, and it's beautiful. Crochet my cowl. The only colour it doesn't have in the rainbow in it is an orangey and a red, really. But so that will be our giveaway. So just comment below and just give us write a comment, and then we'll pick that for the next. So you've got until the next podcast, which will be around about 2 weeks time, 12th of July. So yeah, brilliant. There you go. And then other acquisitions. Do you want to show your bag that you got? I got a really lovely. This is so me. And I got. I think that might be Liberty. Yeah. So this is like it reminds me of Orla Keeley, but it's burgundy inside. Nice neutral print. Mine is blue, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So they're slightly. I've got a lot of these her bags, and they're slightly taller than the ones. So that's going to be perfect for a hat or socks or. I'm going to move something into it. Yeah, I might move my Collins into that. Yeah, so there's that, and then this was the yarn we got. Okay. Well, I've got one more bag that I bought, and then we've got yarn. Okay. So do you want to do your bag? I was just going to show my hokey that I just kind of showed. And mine kind of goes with yours. So mine is, I saw she had a cubio in leather rather than suede, and it's the olive colourway. So that arrived from Argentina this week for me, and I love it. Not as floppy. No, not as floppy, but it will wear in. And then I bought this one, which goes quite well with that. Bring that back, isn't it? It does. This is from Pixie Yarn, and she put a picture of it up on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, I love that. And it's a slightly taller, but a nice, that same sort of size on the bottom, but slightly taller bag. Yeah. And it's got a little D-ring, a little clippy lobster clasp inside, and a drawstring. But I just love the cactus pattern. Cacti. Did you not use it? You were planning to? You kept it for the blog? Yeah, true. I haven't used it yet, but it goes quite well with my Ruthie colours. But no, I think it needs something green. And I just ordered some green yarn, which hasn't arrived yet. From Lithuania. Oh. That's exciting. So, I've got, talking about Pixie, I finally remembered my minis to show you. The next lot will be here before we know it. So I'm ordering her, it's a Footsteps Yarn Club, and it's like an Advent, but obviously you see them, she's not doing an Advent this year, and you buy them throughout the year. So this is the second. I should have bought the other ones to show you how they go into it, but I'm going to start winding them and make but I really want to knit what the fade, or like Nora Penrose did with that vibe fox. So yeah, or something that I can just, because they fade so well, you don't need to fade them. Yeah. So maybe not brioche, but maybe something, maybe one of your patterns I could do. Just a garter. Yeah. You kind of want it
symmetrical triangle.
You could knit shallow, not shallow arrow, what's it called? Silver dollar.
Yeah.
Just
keep going. Yeah. So, because that will be 6 times 4, 20. I'm just going to put it down and I started. 6 times 4, 24 times 20.
Yeah.
Is nearly 5 skeins of yarn.
Yeah. And silver dollars too.
Yeah.
But you could just keep going.
Yeah.
And the end will be like you won't use. You'll have.
I'll see how I feel. Might do Salvia Solis. Just that texture.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely. Right, and then when we went to Mason's, we literally bought a couple of sock yarns
for Dad. Hello, Funny Feet by James Brett, which has bamboo in it, I think.
Yeah. 25%
bamboo. And then this is Head Over Heels, Colours of the World.
Bondi Beach.
Yeah, this is quite, I've been to Bondi Beach. So, yeah, I'm going to knit those up.
That one,
yeah, that one knits, that one knits up like that.
Yeah. I love these colours. The lady in the shop was about to start something
for her son.
Some socks for her son. So we thought Dad would like that. And then,
so I might cast that one.
Yeah, and then this one doesn't have a picture, does it?
No.
I'd wind a bit on and just felt.
Yeah, because it's quite near the beginning. I think.
And this is like real kingfisher kind of colours.
Although you do, when you knit hair socks for Dad, you use nearly a whole ball.
But. And then I found, this is one of my favourite yarns, and it's been discontinued. And they had a few balls of it left, and I found I've got 2 balls of I've only got 5 balls. I thought I bought 6 balls.
I thought you did as well. That's why it seemed like less money.
Yeah. Oh well. We've got 2 balls of it's the King Cowl bamboo cotton 4-ply. So they still do the DK, but they've discontinued the 4-ply.
Yeah,
and this is the shade Coral. That will be enough for me to knit a summer tee. So I think I'm going to cast that on fairly soon and just do like a raglan tee. And then I also got the lilac, which there's a lot of lilac around at the moment, given that it's not the colour of the year. And yeah, I really like that. That will also be another tee. And then this is my very favourite colour. So I might just do a 1 skein shawl with it. I can't remember what it's called. Something like Pebble. But it's like a very pale grey lilac. And that's so I've got those 5 skeins.
What colour do you think you had to go with that?
Like a sage green. But no, I think I may have a ball of this at home.
Does that make a nice tee?
There's also like a neutrally.
They only have one of those.
They only had one of those. There's another colour that's more beige, and I might have a skein of that.
Pebble.
Which.
So that was Pebble.
Yeah, maybe that's not Pebble. But anyway, I think I've got some of that at home. So a couple of summer tees, which hopefully would not take very long to knit.
Yeah. Brilliant. Getting a bit brilliant here.
Right. Okay. We'll write very quick. I've just got a few more bits of yarn to show. From Flock and a couple of other acquisitions.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've got mine. So we do Flock?
Yeah.
Ooh. A random bit of Rowan's sock has fallen on his back. That's going in the bin.
Right, we'll get this out.
I've got this lovely bag because somebody bought me a present to Flock. Should do that first. Should I do that first?
Yeah.
So lovely Leslie snap a map on Instagram. She is adorable and she loves us. She loves Twinset Purl. Wrote the most beautiful card that brought tears to my eyes every time. I read it to you, I read it to Dad. And she just said that she loves knitting, but her knitting life is so much better because of Twinset. Oh, she did. She really cried, and she bought me a present. When I was in hospital, I've been in hospital twice this year, and she thought I needed something to keep me busy while I was waiting for things. Leslie, you're going to have to come to my house. So she bought me a copy of the Knitter.
That's nice. Maybe I could use this pattern for my tea.
Oh, yeah, that's lovely. And then she
Although I
bought
want
me,
something fairly simple, so it's quick.
she bought me a beautiful skein of Malabrigo sock, which is my favourite, which is the colourway Solace.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a wash over the top of a.
Yeah.
It's like a turquoise wash over the top of a green.
And then she
Beautiful.
bought me 2 skeins of Bird Street yarn, which I wasn't. Well, obviously they're navy blue, so she must have been. But I was worried that she'd put her yarn in my present. In deep, although that might be something she bought a while ago. It's got a twist.
Deep
And Reverend Blue Jeans, which I knit my dad a pair of socks in last year, and I was very annoyed. Well, not annoyed, but
they're beautiful.
yeah, I've now got some I can knit myself something in.
I'm going to have a look at that magazine afterwards.
And then I purchased a beautiful skein of Bluebell, which Jo has wound for me because I'd like to cast socks on straight away. It is absolutely stunning. You should go on Instagram and look at the fade that John has put together in including that. And then I bought 2 amazing skeins of Merlin on the alpaca cashmere silk. Look at that. Very droopy. And that is going to be one of Jo's 2 skeins for us.
That would be a nice silver dollar.
I want bigger than my silver dollars not that big. Excuse me.
Oh, you've already got silver dollar.
Yeah. So have you made it for me to knit with my winter?
Oh, I did. Yes.
No, I mean just like a Cecil without the mohair, or
Oh, that would be
something
lovely.
that big. With,
Yeah.
it's 400 metres. It's still.
Yeah. And you just knit to the middle and then
Just show them that bit. It's just
that
stunning.
bit there.
The colours, the purple colours that are on the bit that's, it's just absolutely amazing.
That would be gorgeous. You could just knit to the middle and then
Yeah.
start running the ball and knit. What's that?
I bought that this week
Oh, right.
because I'll just talk about it. Because when we were at so this is the Donegal net, neon net that actually glows in the dark. And at the show they didn't have the blue, they only had like a charcoal grey. And to be honest, I saw Sally had bought a skein and I saw it, I thought, oh, I'm going to go and get one of those, and I went to the stuff and didn't even look for it. So I probably would have bought the charcoal one if I'd remembered. But then I went on their website, saw their update was up, and this is Nebula Neon, and it's going to be a 1 skein.
Nice.
Or one of your cowls, maybe. Oh yeah, ginger ale or something.
That would be lovely. With your coat.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So yeah.
So I bought 2. I really love this yarn. This is their extra fine merino and super kid mohair base. So it's singles.
It's what you knitted.
And
So
it's what I knit coffee
art.
art in.
Oh, they're lovely colours.
And it's 360 metres for 100 grams. So I was thinking I would knit a Simon, but you might have to have a shorter middle.
Well, he's got a long middle. So.
Yeah, but I just love those colours. That's sea glass and stone wash. And I've got sea glass on the alpaca, and it's more muted than that.
Yeah.
So I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it takes a different dye.
Whether I don't know when I'm going to get around to knitting that. It'll be a winter project because it's not yarn you would wear
or knit in the summer.
Yeah. And then I also got this skein of Piglet, which actually goes really well with that. And I just love that pink.
Yeah.
So that might be socks.
You should have open hands, open hearts.
So yeah, I'm loving that. Or one skein of some description. And then I also bought from, so this arrived, I ordered it from Fruitful Fusion. It's her charity, her fundraising colourway. She had a pre-order for it. It's called Freedom, and I think 25% of the sale proceeds are going to Gaza. I don't know which charity off the top of my head.
Yeah. But the link below.
Yeah, but it's absolutely gorgeous colourway. I'm going to take a picture of it, or you could look at Ishrat's Instagram and see the photographs she's taken.
Clocked the colour because that's beautiful.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, so that's that might be a Simon with a cream. I was thinking I've got a cream sparkle, and that would make a lovely, or a Maggie, make a lovely yeah. And then the last thing I bought is I went to my LYS, which is No Frills in Bedminster, and I love this. Loads of people I've been watching on YouTube, loads of knitting podcasters, are knitting with Knitting for Olive Merino at the moment, and I love this yarn, and I wanted it in a summery colour.
That's merino.
That's merino. So this is the colourway Quince, and I bought 4 balls of it, and I think I'm going to knit another Morris. But I just love that colour.
Yeah, that goes so well with my fence.
So yeah,
I'm looking at it that way.
I don't know when I'll be doing that, but
I
just love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
brilliant. I'm gonna have one brown, not brown necessarily.
So is this your last thing?
No.
Oh right, okay.
I was given a gift by my wonderful friend Maggie. Love you, Maggie. I know you're going to watch it. And she has just come back from Canada, and they went to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, PEI, and she went to Fleece and Harmony. So if you watch, there's a podcast called Fleece and Harmony, and they own a farm, and they have sheep, and
they have a mill, a yarn mill.
Yeah, and they make their own yarn.
So they mill for other people as well.
Yeah.
A lot of yarn, just yarn that's from just fleece from the island.
Yeah. So this is their point prim sock in the colourway Sea Glass, and it's 80% wool, 20% mohair. So it's a pretty special skein of yarn in the colourway Sea Glass, and it's lovely. I'm going to knit a pair of socks very soon in it. Just wanted to show you guys
some of those colours around here.
Skeins. That might be one that you take home to wind for me.
Right. Okie dokie.
And then the last thing that I bought is I went to a warehouse and I ordered.
I'll put that in there.
Okay.
Just in case you want.
I ordered some of the Yarnsmith, which is their own. I'll fold this down so I can just. I was interviewing colours for my Ruthie, and I bought a green. So this is their sock yarn, 75% merino, 25% nylon, and I bought linen, parchment, hint of grey and platinum, moss green and camel. So moss green and either linen or parchment are going to be a Simon for sure, and then this one I think is going to be my Ruthie platinum with some variegated lace that I bought from Pixie Yarn, and then the camel and the other one might be a Simon as well, and then that's going to be a pair of socks. So, or one skein.
I like this camel.
Yeah, that might make a nice the textured one skein. They might be one skein and one skein shawls rather than, because as you know, every time I buy yarn I have a Simon.
Yeah, me too.
So I need to cast another one on, just to have one on my needles, really.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the green one. I was going to do the pink and orange one first, but
I don't know. I was just thinking that this might be the new Urban Purl, the solid version. So you don't. So it's not textured, not variegated.
it's beautiful. We're outside.
Right, and we're starting to go a bit pink. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That was a little bit quick.
we haven't got any yarny things happening before we
Meet up
meet up
again.
again. Coming up is the Botanical Yarn Open Studio on the 20th of July.
We're going to be there.
We're going to be up there. We're not going to the summer yarn show,
No.
but we're going to go to the Southern in September, and then we'll also be going to Unravel possibly in September.
And next weekend, I'm going to release my last Botanical Yarn sock club pattern for Christmas in July, because it's December's sock pattern, and it's called Harlequin Red.
After a
After
poinsettia, isn't it? It's
poinsettia.
beautiful.
And I haven't got the socks, so I can't show you them, but I will be talking about them on Instagram before they come out.
And then Morris Cowl will come out the week on the just before we go up to Yorkshire for Botanical Yarns Open.
So 3 weeks time.
And watch out next week for the Ruthie test knit call. Or if you don't go on Instagram, message us on at twinsetandpurl at gmail.com.
Yeah. And comment below if you want to be joined in.
Yeah.
Join in for the giveaway.
Cool. So, thank you very much for listening to us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this one.
Not too many outside.
I don't think
noises.
we've had too many outside
No.
noises. The
No,
neighbours were having a shout at their children earlier, but they stopped before we started, so that was quite good. We're off to go and grab some lunch probably, and get on with a few things, do a bit of
upload the video.
and then I'll be doing the show notes later on today. So thank you again for our 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have a good rest of the weekend, everyone.
Yeah. And we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care. Bye. Happy knitting.